Welcome. Welcome to Watching with Styles. Let's get this second half Vandy game out the way. I'm not going to try to keep you guys long. I want you guys to pay attention to the amount of young guys we played in this game. It ended up making this game closer than what it should have been, but we played a lot of young guys on defense, a lot of young corners, some young safeties. Just watch. It's going to be interesting. So let's get into this thing so I can get you guys out of here on a Friday night and you go hang with the family and do some fun things. So 24-14. Should have actually been 28-14 if Terry doesn't miss that wheel route to AJ Rose. But nonetheless, that's where we are. So it is, what would I say? It's 24-14. I'm trying to do multiple things at one time. And I'm not succeeding. So defensively, we got to come in this thing and keep that momentum that we created in the set and at the end of the first half. This is the thing that really bothered me this game. And I'm going to say it again like I said on Monday. And again, I'm going to say this. If you guys have questions, you can hit me up on YouTube or you can hit me up on Periscope, either one. Thing that bothered me a lot is our linebackers were slow. Now, I'm going to give I don't like to say excuse, but I'm going to give the reason possibly because we play a lot of young guys. But this is too much push on Q, but the push is caused because the linebacker, Jamin, is not letting this guy come off. This guy, I know I said this on Monday, you can see this guy's helmet. He's looking at this guy because he wants to chip and come off and get to the second level. If he chips and come off, then now that's a single block. And Q could never get enough single blocks because our linebackers were consistently slow in reacting on what's pass and what's run. We can't do that this week. Our margin of error is real small. So you saw that play out, Q. Now watch Q when he's not double. Now they do a slant, but when he's not double, look at the penetration. Now you remember the last play, the Vandy created another line of scrimmage on our side of the ball. Now we create a line of scrimmage on this side of the ball. Linebacker's slow. The reason why there's a big gap here is because he's slow. Again, I like the depth. Give you time to read. Your depth, his depth is about the same. Y'all should meet in the hole. You read lineman. You know it's run now. He is 1, 2, 3 yards down the field. You know it's run. We got to come. Now, the thing I want to understand is we blitz, but we got another guy here. When you come, you got to turn the guy to your other teammates. You got to know where your other help is, always. It's not high school where you can pretty much, since you're just a better athlete, you can probably win a lot of one-on-one battles. In college, you need to push them to help. Shrink that your hitting responsibility to like half. You don't want to square them up. You want to make them force them. It's like playing basketball with a left-hander. With a right-hander. You want to force them left. You want to force them to your help. But we're just slow. That's too late. Now, let's think about it. He got 2 yards. Imagine if we read it sooner, it would have been a no-gainer, which then puts them in 3rd and 6, which is an advantage for defense. In 3rd and 6, offense pretty much has to pass. In 3rd and 4, you can do either. Now the defensive coordinator is scrambling for a call. Do I make a run defensive call? Do I make a pass defensive call? It's tough on the coordinator in 3rd and 4, easy on the offensive coordinator in 3rd and 4 because he has options. Now you got to guess what they're going to do. Now this, to me, is still unacceptable. You can see it a little bit here. We in man. Now, I don't know how they coaching. If they coaching because you playing man, you got one guy freed up. You want to force him to him, but you can't always guarantee that a guy's going to be there. You got to protect your inside. Inside's the easiest throw. And we just get beat. Make them throw the long pass. Luckily, it's a high throw, and we get out of it. We got off the field, though. We got off the field. I'm being nitpicky. We got off the field. That's the most important thing. This doesn't look like much, but I like the way Rose pressed the hole. He pressed the hole. He tried to get here. He didn't try to bounce it outside. He tried to get as many yards as his play would warrant. Now, I preface that because I really would have liked him. And it's hard. It's easy for me to say this because I'm up high. I don't know what his viewing angle was, but it would have been nice if he tried to get through here. Make that guy try to make a arm tackle because we got him engaged in the block. But that's nitpicking. I'll take those 3 yards any day. Now this is nice. Now I know people saying, "Oh, well, it's timing." He looked. What's the word? He knew what he was gonna do. His anticipation was better. I'm gonna say it again. He looked better because Vandy played off man. It really is just that simple to me. They playing off man. You know that your guy has a shot to get in the route. When you're a little indecisive, is when you are not sure your guy's going to win a one-on-one battle when they're in press man. That's really the difference between him being decisive and Terry not being decisive. This is an easy throw. They're reading this linebacker. Reading that linebacker, he takes a step forward. It's going to open up a little zone. Great throw. Great catch. If we can do any semblance of that on Saturday, I really like our chances. And not chances necessarily of winning, but chances of being competitive. You know, this one, he tried to press the hole, but there's nothing there. Sometimes, just not nothing there. They are devoting guys to this run. Look how many guys they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. They are devoting guys to stop this run. Good stiff arm. That's a way to make something out of nothing. Now see, now that's the difference between, this is the difference between C-Rod and AJ. In the beginning of the year, I thought our offense would be a little bit different. And that's why I preach saying that we got to play AJ. Is this right here. You can watch it. Let's see if I can. That little step right there. I know he's still moving forward. C-Rod is attacking the hole. AJ is trying to find a hole. There's a time and a place for both. But that's the difference between AJ and C-Rod. C-Rod could have possibly pushed that a little bit, maybe got another yard or so because of the amount of velocity that he's bringing to the hole. That's a great run. Then touchdown with the face mask. Now, Defense, we got to come back on this field and do our thing. We got to. Now, we got to do a better job in coverage. We just do. You got to do. Now, they're going to beat you sometimes. Now, this isn't that bad. Maybe I'm expecting too much out of Eccles. Um, there's a lot of stats that are very misleading sometimes. But if he's going to be the guy he wants to be, we got to do better. It's really just that simple. I don't know how else to say it. We got to be better. This is to me, it's just instances of I want this guy, and I'm if you watched last year, you know how much of a fan I am of Corker. I want you to see how quickly he reacts to the run compared to our linebackers. He comes like a scalding dog. Now, this is what I want people to understand. He has a responsibility. It's contained. He's coming as fast as he can to contain, right? He's not trying to find a ball to try to make a hero play. He's going to do his job. Thank you, Tiff and Wildcat. I know, but sometimes, I mean, look, I'm going to just say this, and this is, I keep saying this, one of the greatest thing I heard from my coach early on when I came to Kentucky, because, I went to a small high school, and I pretty much, I don't want to say dominated, but I didn't get beat in high school ever. And came here, and I was consistently going against the seniors, which probably I shouldn't have been as a true freshman, and I was getting upset. And I don't want to say I was started doubting myself. And our DB coach pulled me to the side and said, remember, those guys are on scholarship too. So Vandy guys on scholarship too. Those guys have egos, and they are going to try to make plays just like us. Eccles got to be more active and ready for the run game. He comes like a scalding dog. You are replacing him because he's about to get blocked. Your guy blocked him. You freed up. We got to be more active. He needs to be somewhere in here, not way back here. We got to get in this run game. So he did his job. Right does his job because it looks like we're slanting. Looks like everybody's slanting. Right does his job. You need to uncover lineman. When this guy pulls, it's coming this way. I don't know if you guys remember on Monday when number 10, when I can't remember, when our guard pulled, how he squeezed. Well, when you pull, linebackers know you got to follow the pull. He should be coming right now. Once he read this guy pulling, he should be coming to meet him right now. We shouldn't be this slow. We shouldn't be that slow. Now, the other thing is, a tight end, we should be defeating him. We should be there. We should be there right now. No one's blocking you. The tight end's not even engaging you. And now he falls forward. That's just too much. Now, that's good work. That's not bad. We still, I'm going to just say, Q did a better job of holding point, but they couldn't double. This is better. That's why it looked better. But we got to push him back. He's falling forward. Now we slanting this way. You know you're slanting because the defensive lineman, you can see their chest. Yeah, Havoc. See, Tiffany, we are in a different mindset. and there's two ways to approach this. If you create havoc on defense, you're opening yourself up to big plays. That's just what it is. Because you are, in my estimation, gambling. You got to play fundamentals and then just make them march the ball down the field. Don't give up chunk play. That's the way I was taught in high school and I was taught in college. Just make them snap the ball. Make them continually snap the ball. And eventually they are going to either get a penalty or we're going to get them for a TFL. So then once we do that, now we got to win. Once we get them in 2nd and 8 and more, we need to win. I personally don't like a ton of blitzes because it opens yourself up for too many big plays. And that's just my opinion. But that's just how I would call a defense. I would call it fundamentally, we're going to handle our assignment. Alabama doesn't blitz a lot. But you need guys that are doing what they're supposed to do. See, that's the only, when you play defense that is some people call conservative, everybody got to be holding that rope. Everybody's got to be holding the rope with the same intensity, the same effort. You can't have a guy trying to take a break and letting go of the rope, hoping that everybody else will make up for him. So we almost have this. We almost have this. Now we need to be coming. See, this is. I keep saying this, and I harp on this. I harp on this for as long as I've been doing this. Is first thing you gotta know is down and distance. It's 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 2. We need to do a better job. I agree. You don't do. Yeah, that. Yeah, I understand. I understand. You also got to understand what groceries are you dealing with. Are you dealing with Wagyu steak, or are you dealing with USDA steak? You got to know what you're dealing with. Sometimes these guys can't handle it, or these guys, or the secondary. It's tough. I want those guys to snap it. This is almost a great play. If we are coming, this can be even better. We're close. I'm gonna say this. I'll say it after we watch the play again. That's almost a great play by Boogie. But Boogie needs that linebacker to be coming too. Because when they slant this way, I know I've said this many times, I'm like a broken record to people who have watched me for a while. When they slant that way, all these gaps are taken by the linemen. The linebackers usually flow backside. We got to come. It's 3rd and 2. We got to come. Look at Boogie. He crossed the face. And he almost make this tackle. Well, just imagine if Jamin was coming right here, because he's got a guy outside worried about that. You got Joseph out here. Come, and I think you got another safety or someone over the top too. We got to come, man. We got to shoot our shot. Can't be waiting. Can't be running around to arm blocks. Take on that block. Make them. I'm just gonna. This is why I say you got to handle your responsibility and not hunt tackles. Okay. Watch this. I think that's Corker outside. Let's just say Jamin comes here. All right. And this guy blocks him, but Jamin pushed this guy back. Makes this guy bounce. Now we got guys out here who can come and rally and make that tackle. You can't run around the tackle. This is not your job. This is what the hardest thing to do when you like to hunt tackles as a linebacker is just doing your job. If he comes here and presses this tight end backwards, let's see if I can get closer to. Because now Boogie made him slow down. Now, let's say he was here on the hash and not run around. He pushed this guy back. And then make him bounce. We got a guy there. And we got a guy here. See what I'm saying? This is the stuff that guys that makes coaches pull their hair out. Because in this league, you just handle your gap. Q has done his job. Hoskins has done his job. Watson has done his job plus a little bit more. Joseph is being responsible because he's got probably the quarterback. Corker's coming in because he's going to fit in between Joseph and Jamin. So Boogie has slowed him down. If Jamin goes here and shows color, he has to bounce it. Because you got Bembry here, he will probably bounce it. Or he's going to try to stick his nose through you. Well, damn. Now it's mano a mano. And if you try to bounce it, we got that guy and this guy coming there. That's the little things that pisses a coach off. It really is that simple. Do your job. Don't try to do more than your job. If you've watched many times, this is why this is going to be key this week is linebacker depth. Linebacker depth. We got to get Alabama love to run deep, digs, posts, everything. Make them throw underneath. And I know we playing young guys. All they did was they did a little switch and release. I'm glad you're pissed off too, Tiffany. They do a switch release. He goes inside this tight end goes out. He releases out. Now, honestly, this nickel guy, I think that's Vito, should be a little tighter on that. But I'm going to show you something. Don't worry about that. That's like a 3-yard throw. We got to keep getting depth. We keep getting depth. You can tip that. Vito needs to squeeze that. He needs to be tighter on that. He doesn't make, this is a pretty good play, to be honest with you. But linebacker got to get depth. We got to let them throw that. And then, because you should be watching the eyes of the quarterback, watch the front hand come off the ball, and you drive. We need to be about right here. Now you can tip that. You're not going to be as deep as him, but about 1, 2, 3, 3.5 more yards depth, this pass is not completed. It's tipped, it might be intercepted. Now that's a good drive by Corker, but we got to get that too. That's not, I keep saying this as a secondary guy, and when I played, I made sure I knew who was the linebacker on my side of the ball. Because in practice, I looked at what they were going to do on certain routes. And if I knew he wasn't going to get depth down as that nickelback, I'm going to play that differently than if I had a linebacker that I know is going to get depth. As players, we got to not only know our responsibility, we got to know when we got field replaced, what the safety's gap is. And we also got to know how our teammates play. Like when I played with Reggie Rusk as my free safety, who had the most range of any safety I played with, I was able to gamble a whole lot more. Because I knew if I screwed up, I had a speedster back there that could make up ground and at least get the guy down. Good here to make another line of scrimmage. Good. So this is easy. You can easily see when we're going to have a good play. Good tackle. Now we just got to make them. They fell forward like the entire game. You know, this stuff to me is a miscommunication. Because Pascal went outside right away, which means they are switching gaps. That means he's got to come now. If Pascal is going outside, that means he has contained, and this guy's going to take his gap. And because of that, see this little right here? Read the lineman. This is what you want to read, the lineman. We got to come. That little stunt put us in a bad position, but us being slow also just exacerbated that situation. That's too much. Now we're in 3rd and 3. We're just a little slow. Just a little. This is just, we gotta come. We gotta come. You see it. You see it. If that's your gap, you come. Corker's coming here. Come. Go. Shoot it. Shoot it now. Don't wait. Shoot it. You see him hand the ball off. We got to go. Damn. We got to get off the field. Better. A little better. Okay, from these next few plays, I'm going to show you again. I'll just do this one. Now, this is really a nice play, and this is really nice on, I think it's Weaver. Although he's slow, I don't like that because he really didn't do much. Just watch the offensive lineman and tell me if this run or pass. I think this is 3rd and long. You know it's going to be pass. I don't watch the high hats. See the hats? Hats are high. That's an obvious pass. Now, can they run a draw? Sure. But this is pass, okay? Or a screen. Oh, that's close, man. Yeah, that's a way to come back, Hoskins, and try to get that strip. Man, that was close. No, that was 2nd. So now, this 3rd and 6. This is a good down for us. You know they have to pass it. Pretty much. Now, I want you to see if this is pass or run. We're going to go up. Pass. See the hi-hats? It's obvious. I know right now, linebacker safety, now he's playing man in the corner. I know this is pass. We need to be getting to drops. Unless it's a blitz, which it looks like it's a blitz. So he is clamped on his line, this running back. It's a blitz. It's man to man. Now, this is one time where they just ran a good route. That's a good route because Joseph is in good position here. You know, he is even. Steven. He's good. Now, I'm going to look from this. Looks like he got high. You can't get high because now you got to react off of the receiver, and now you got to take an extra step because you're high and you can't come off of that break quick enough. But that's just a good play. That, to me, that happens. That happens. God, we on the goal line and we're not we're waiting. Like we're waiting. Go punch him in the mouth. Go punch him in the mouth. You can't be this high and expect to clog up that hole. Sometimes you got to let this guy unblock make the tackle. You got to go wreck shop. If you know this is run, you got to go wreck shop. This guy's an unblocked guy. Go wreck shop, make him hunt him out. Too much, man. That's better. Now, this is a problem. I don't know. You will have to tell me. Like I say all the time, I don't know the defensive call. I don't even know the defensive install. But somebody has contained. On every play, there's an edge setter. If the edge setter is him, Weaver, we are doing our own thing. If the edge setter, which I'm going to call this kind of, now you don't normally do it with the defense end, but this is field replace. If he's getting blocked down by this tight end, you need to start coming downhill. Because who's going to come out on the route? This is your guy. These are the two guys that can threaten your zone. If they're blocking, let's get ourselves in this ball game. Let's not watch it. Let's play it, right? If he's blocking, Who else can come in your zone? There has to be someone come all the way across. You rerun, we can't just be a spectator. And first of all, you shouldn't be in end zone. You should be on the goal line. Now we gotta get in this game. Now we're watching. This is what I mean by we're watching. We're on the tube, we're watching all this fancy stuff instead of handling our business. If we handle our business, then we can react. But we're watching, not react. We're watch. Oh, he must have handed it to him. That's what happened when you watch. And now he gets outflanked. Now he's in trouble. Just imagine if he was about right here. And actually, at this time, about right here. Look at this guy running. Now, he would probably cut it up. Look at this guy. If you are here, he tries to cut it up. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's why you do your job. See them guys running? Let's imagine if he cut it up. Do your job. Stop spectating and stop trying to do too much. Now, that's good work. And the reason why that's good work is because you have a contained guy here. This is a corner who's he's getting in this. He's not spectating. He's actively participating. This way you want your corner when you know it's run. You want him here, not back here. You want him here. This is good by Joseph. Now, I saw this play. When we watched it live, I'm like, okay, they're coming back at Weaver. Hopefully, he's got an IQ where he said, okay, I crashed a party on that play before. They're going to do something to see if I crash a party again. So I got to be a little more disciplined this time. And what they did was they eliminated this guy by having a receiver out here and running him away. So now if he crashed, there's no contain. See that? Now he can't come because he got to respect this is the guy. Now when he comes and try to crash the party, there's no one there. It's like almost like a rub route. Now he's about to try to block Corker, but Joseph's a man-to-man. It's hard for him to see that block and then come off. And that's why they get this. But I want you to look at this guy though. My man Q is trying his best to meet him at the pass. This is commendable. This guy's 350, whatever he is, he's 3+. Look at him haul ass. Oh man, that's great effort. That is great effort, man. That's great effort. It's a good run by C-Rod. Another good run by C-Rod. This is what I always say, that the running backs got to make one guy miss, right? We got 5 guys in the box. They have really, you can't count this guy because he has to respect this. So they really got 5, 6, 7. So this is really not an advantage for us, but our offensive linemen do such a good job of blocking that we actually win. We leave this guy open. That's quote unquote the read guy, but not really, but he has to respect this pool. So we got 6 on 6. The running back to me is, I denote him as a blocker. Because all you got to do is you got to make one guy miss. Or boom, I'll do that, run over him. That's good work by C-Rod. Now I want you, also, man, we were young on the offensive, we didn't have our starters on the offensive line either. We had 2 new guards the whole game. Then we brought in youngsters late in the 4th quarter. Coach Stoops was trying to get some rest. He was trying to get, instead of a bye week, he was trying to get 2 bye weeks out of this, trying to get guys to get really healthy for this Bama game. That's just my opinion. So on that play, Vandy really loaded up the box. I'm sorry, I let that run. Vandy really loaded up the box. really loaded the box. We got 6 guys. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They got 8 men in the box. That's very tough to run because you got a guy who's open. Well, we didn't do so bad. But another guy on block came through. That's pretty good. You can't win them all, man. Elbow. Elbow's got to get up. Elbow's got to get up. Elbow's a little low. See that? Elbow's a little low. Doesn't quite get it up, and it sails on him. Got to get that elbow up. I know that's a quick pass, but that's just what you got to do. You can probably see it better here. Elbow doesn't quite get high enough, and he sails it just a little bit. That's all it. See that right there? That's not high enough. And that's that foot overthrow. Plus he's throwing to a shorter guy. But that's all you got to do, just fundamentals. We got to be coming, man. How long does it take us to read, pass, or run? They are mauling bully right here. We got to be coming. Where's our gap? We're trying to read a gap based off his run. Now, that could be the scheme. If that's the scheme, I take back everything I'm saying. If it's not the scheme and guys have gaps, you got to go to your gap. Stop trying to read. Go to your gap. He will come to you if you go to your gap. If you go to your gap and he sees color, he's going to go to your other guy. Hopefully they're in their gap. That's just too much, man. That's way too much. God, they still pushing the pile. Can't win like that. This is just man. This just happened to be a team that we're just better than. Watch y'all. We just wreak havoc. This guard is trying to pull. Watch the push. Almost that bully. And Hoskins pushed. They pushed the guard, center, and tackle into the pulling guard. Now we get some good pressure right into the quarterback's lap. Good job. Now this is, I know this play now. This is horrible. This is the kind of stuff that also make a coach pissed off, okay? As a corner, I don't know what coverage this is. I'm going to say it's sort of a hard corner, but the safety's rolling to that. I'm going to think it's like too deep-ish. As a corner, as any of these guys, you never bite up on this. You always play deep to short. What you going to do with this? You're going to try to pick that off? With Joseph taking one false step, he leaves this big-ass void right here. That's on him. Look at the depth. This is good depth by probably Jamin. And that looks like Bembry, I think. Joseph should be right here. Forcing them to throw there. When they throw there, and you come up, you come up, you come up, and one of these guys come back, and we make a tackle. You can't do this. That's inexcusable. Right over his head. Luckily, guys stepped out of bounds, and that's on the receiver, but we can't do that as a corner, man. Oh, that's a good job by Corker. 3rd and 1. Simple things, handling his responsibility. He's coming up. Now, it's going to be hard for a safety to make a tackle for a 1 yard, no gain, just the depth he's coming at. But look, it's close, though. That's a good job by Corker. See, I'm not sure. See, to me, it looks like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. Looks like a slant, but then it doesn't, because the slant Q should be a little wider. But that's good work by Corker. Good job getting depth. Another one. Square. Now I don't know. Again, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if they're playing man. This is hard. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm not sure if they're playing man. If they're playing man, someone is screwing up here. If they're playing zone, square should be in the zone elevating that ball. Someone lost because it does look a little bit like man. I'm not sure. Not having an end zone cut hurts. Now here, this is again. This is what you want to do on this level. Okay? Just trying to explain some stuff. As a linebacker, there's not many one-on-one tackles you're going to make against a good back. It's just period. Just think about it. This guy has really from the hash to the sideline on one guy. That's impossible for even Superman. All right? But what you want to do is, you got your brother here. You want to take a side because he's going to try to square you up. You don't want to square up. You want to take that'll be his left leg out. You want to take his left side of his body out. And you are hoping that your teammates coming, he'll take his right side of his body out. Now, 2-on-1 can defeat a good running back. Okay? But if you're trying to make a one-on-one tackle, see, you shouldn't even go for the fake. You should be coming for his left side here. And there he is. If you come for the left side, okay, and you turn him in, now that's on him. He should be able to make that tackle because now he's running him to you. He just made him cut right into you. That's a tackle. When you try to do too much, your shot gets shaken off. It happens though. Happens to the best of us. Just wanted you to, I want to show you here. He does everything right. To right about here. Just imagine. See how he's settled? Just imagine. If he just maintained this outside, came for that tackle outside, and that guy went that way. He's got Jamin there. Just stay here. Don't try it. Make him go that way. We got a lot of blue coming from here. You ain't got no blue over here because they run the corner off. If you stay here, turn them into everybody else. We got a shot. That's a good run. This kid, man. This kid's pretty good, man. Good coverage. Good coverage. It looks like Looney got him some action. This is a really good play. This is what I mean by when teams stretch teams out horizontally. Because what now happens is you get this guy out of the box, right? You got your 6 guys because the quarterback isn't going to run. You got your 6 guys in the box. We only have 5. This is a winning down because you got a receiver out here. That linebacker got a split. Now, with the alignment that we have, this play is just successful just by alignment. Now, if Pascal was out, then Kerry could hit this gap. Oops, I'm going to say this gap if Pascal was out, and now we got a chance to maybe stymie it and make him bounce it to Bembry probably. But with our call defensively, this is going to be tough for us to defeat. Because Pascal's out leveraged by this guy right now. And now this linebacker's got to close fast, but he split out too far. And I'm not sure what Kerry was reading. He took a false step this way, and now we're in trouble. That's why that's for that. I'm gonna start speeding up. Because if they're slanting, or you got to know what he's got to know what they're doing. Does he have this gap or does he have two gaps? I don't know. Does he have that A gap, another A gap, or does Bully just have? I'm not sure. But he took that false step and that got them that 6 yards that they needed. Now we're in a tough spot. 3rd and 4 is difficult. Great rush. Now Tiffin, this is creating havoc. Let's see what happens. The toughest thing is maintaining pass rush discipline. I don't know, man. That's hard. I'm not gonna nitpick. I'm not gonna nitpick. That's difficult. That quarterback just made a play. I'm gonna just give it to him. That quarterback made a play. This is. Oh my God. I know I showed this on my highlight plays on Twitter this week. This is the play that shuts this drive down. This is what I mean by having to be patient and making those guys snap. And when you win on 1st down, now we got to get off the field. This is one of the first times I've seen a corner defeat a stalk block. Eccles doesn't make the tackle, but he makes the tackle. He makes this play. This guy, one guy, look how far Robinson and Asian is away from this guy. That's at least about 5-6 yards. We're at least 12 yards away. Guess how many yards he's going to gain? I know you probably know, but guess. I would say he probably got 3. But the fact that Eccles defeats that start block and pushes him into that guy gives everybody time to rally. He gains no yards. That's a loss. And that is purely because of Eccles defeating the start block. I've been saying this all year. You got to be aggressive on the start block. That got us into 2nd and 11. That right there. He bumped him, and that just slowed him down, and now we rally. That's an awesome play. That's play of the game. Now they're in 2nd and 11. Now, we got to keep them behind the chain. Beautiful. Now they're in 3rd and 11. Now we really got to get off the field. This is to our advantage, and man, this is havoc. 3-man rush. Awesome. That's just mano a mano. Weaver, and that's a hole too. Weaver, Boogie, and Pascal beat 5 guys by themselves. Great job, man. Get off the field. Now this play makes this drive, and we'll see later. This play makes this drive. He pulls it now. Now we just gotta have better ball security. But that's what we need. We need to make that defense respect the pull. It will make the zone run that more deadlier. I want to show you something else. No, I showed it in the plays how we put 7 in a bind. So right now, watch number 7. Now we just pulled it a play ago. He is watching all this eye cannon in the backfield. Watch him run this way. When he runs this way, it gives Drake. Now this is another. Watch the difference between. Yeah, I love that rush too. How we play. We push that nose guard, and how all linebackers didn't force the lineman to get off of Big Q. Drake combos, then goes to the 2nd level. We got a good seal here, and now it's ball game. Look at that. I know you can't see the hole, but we got blue guy, blue guy, blue guy. That's like a freaking big ass tunnel. We hit that thing hard, and it's ball game. Great job by Drake. Drake is like 15 yards down the field still blocking. So watch. Chip here. I'm not sure. We get a good seal. This is really the most important block. We get a good seal on their best guy. We combo here. And then Drake comes to the linebacker who makes a false step this way and allows himself to get blocked. Combo, good seal. Chip, linebacker goes across the face. We come to second level, and that's ball game. That is like a huge hole. I know it doesn't look like it, but you see nothing but your same color. That's the promised land. Awesome. Now we got on defense. We gotta come in and shut this door right now. We're up 17. We gotta shut the door. That's the way to start it. Now this, we gotta make this, man. We had one early in the first half where we missed an interception and they scored. We missed one right here where they're gonna score again. Thank Tiffin for joining. Yes, I'm not a big Blue Madness guy. It's too early. It's not basketball season yet. Eccles does a great job covering his responsibility, but then doing a speed turn and handling and being in position for this. But we gotta make this one. You gotta go get the ball. You gotta go get it. You gotta keep coming. Oh my goodness. You can't worry about getting hit. You gotta make that one. You're not gonna get that's like a punt return. He's not gonna get a better one than that. And we just gotta get this tackle. You gotta get there. Good job. So now, after this series, I'm just gonna let it play and I'll just talk through it. Now, I'm glad they got Bo some run. And he did some nice things just from a concept point of view for me. Now, just remember we're going against Vandy. This one is big. He's reading. He goes from first to second quickly. That's awesome. That's good work. And then he got it to donut. So that gives us a look to the future potentially. Now this one, Upshaw saved him. That was a nice catch. I guess I don't have the replay. That's a nice catch. Now this is the one he wants back. Just like Terry had the one. What I like is decisiveness. He saw what he wanted to see, and now he's going to go for it. And we just got to get it out to Epps. I'm glad to see Epps playing, getting some more run, though. Batted ball. He's running to me. I'm not sure if this is the concept, but he's running too far in. We need to stop right at the top of the numbers. Top of the numbers, stop. And now we're going to go upfield after this. Look how many linemen we have. This is the frustrating part. If he catches it there, instead of keep coming, he comes to number 10. If he catches there, right here, and go up the field, just imagine he caught at the top of the numbers. Then he can go right here. So then we punt. Now this is young guys. That's Devonshire. We put in Valentine a little bit. Now we just got young, and we're playing a little soft. Now that's another. This to me looks like it's a DB thing, but this linebacker right here can't worry about that. We got to keep getting depth. We up 17 with 5 minutes left. Make them throw these, man. Make them throw these all day. All day. Make them in the middle, the clock runs. Get the depth. See how he hugs him? And what it does, it opens up a open void in the secondary right behind him, right where he throws it. And Devontae's got to keep offside leverage. The linebackers got to get depth. I don't mind this. Keep the clock running. The clock is on our side. Now this I don't like, but we got to remember who's in the game. We got young guys in the game. I think that's Rodgers, it's Carey, probably Derek Jackson. Rodgers gets beat up. I'm not sure why Carey. That's a run blitz. But these are young guys in the game. That's why I wanted. These are young guys. They'll mix some young with some old. Like that's Gibson, Rodgers, Carey, Jackson. So these things are gonna happen. Now that's Mo Douglas. Mo Douglas, you gotta keep your feet, don't duck your head. That's Valentine. So these are young guys. And we like that's Devonshire. We getting them some run. Getting them some practice. But we playing young guys, which I'm not mad. Coaches, 3 minutes. You should be able, with up 17 with 3 minutes, you should be able to run this clock out. But then we start putting young linemen in. We got Flax. I don't know. That's Cox. I can't remember. Well, we got young offensive linemen in this game. And all we had to do was get one first down. But the good part about it, we got Vandy out of their timeouts. Now, this drive, same thing. They're going to ooze us. And we got to make that pick, though. See, that's too big of a play. Now, that's too big. But giving them 6, 7, 8 yards when we up 10, let's make the tackle. You should also, that's a hole, should also play the sideline. Like we'll let them do that all game. This the one we can't let because that's too long a throw. We got to keep getting depth, man. Keep getting depth. Make them throw it here. Make them throw 8 yards every time. Make them do that. They only got a minute left. Still like where we at. Make the tackle. Still like where we at. 38 seconds. Now, this is a bullshit call. He just anticipated that. This is not a hold, man. Where is he holding? Who he held? That's a bullshit call that he just made up. Now, if this nitpicking, this last play, if Jamin is in man, and I know he's a linebacker, not a corner, and he's outflanked, he can't be looking back at the quarterback. It slows him down. He's got to drive to his outside shoulder and play his hands. Simple as that. All right, guys. That's it. Got it in an hour and 1 minute. And hope we do well tomorrow. I have a good feeling that our defense is going to play really good ball. I have a feeling that we're going to accept the challenge. Now, they got some explosive players, though. I hope we can hold them under 30 points. I will be happy with defense holding Alabama under 30 and offense scoring more than 10. Those are my over-unders. All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of your Friday night. And I will see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops